This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. While the opposition supports the bill, opposition Senator Dr. Michael Darville says much of the work was done by the former Minister of Environment under the former Christie administration. However, the senator says it's good that the bill has been presented.
I do give credit where credit is due, that the bill was presented by this administration, but we must give credit to the former Minister of Environment, who did an excessive amount of work to be able to put the legislative framework together prior to us leaving office. The bill itself is a good bill. It definitely puts us in a position now that we have individuals who have come into our country who are taking natural resources out, using it for their gain, and this bill is the first bite at what needs to be done, because I'm certain that the bill will be back in this place for further amendments in order to make the legislation tight to the point that we get what we are trying to accomplish.
The opposition senator did express some concerns over the bill.
One of the greatest challenges with this legislation is the fact that when it comes to infectious diseases, the international community needs to have access in every country to be able to do the necessary research so that we can find the best way forward in order to protect us all from infectious diseases. And so the bill itself, as far as the monetary gain that is entitlement to the Bahamian people, there's no question about it.
The PLP senator contends that some of the research criteria, as well as some factors in the bill, needs to be looked at more closely in order for the country to be able to meet some of the international protocols that would be essential in the control of infectious disease and the research that is associated with it without the issue of financial gain. In crime news, police here in the capital are investigating the country's latest homicide, which has left one male dead. According to police, they received reports shortly after 9 a.m. this morning of a shooting incident that occurred on Marmalade Close off Wolf Road. Here's Police Press Liaison Officer, Assistant Superintendent Audley Peters with the details.
On the arrival of the first responding officers, they met a male lying on the ground with apparent gunshot injuries to his body. EMS was called. They examined the body and pronounced it dead a short time later. Our officers are canvassing the community to garner the information that is necessary to bring this matter to a closure, and we are pleased that we're getting that information. However, we ask anyone in the community who may have seen what happened to contact the police at 502-9991.
According to ASP Peters, the victim is believed to be in his late 20s and is a resident of the community who resided in the immediate area. He had multiple gunshot wounds about the body. There's currently no evidence to suggest that the incident is drug or gang related. Evidence also does not suggest that the body was moved to the location it was found in. Police are currently following a lead on one suspect, and ASP Peters noted that the evidence leads to it. This matter may be put before the courts. Two males are in police custody after they were allegedly found in possession of unlicensed firearms on Wednesday. Police say it was shortly before 11 a.m. when operations officers who were on routine patrols on Augusta Street and Baintown noticed two male occupants of a green Honda CRV who aroused their suspicion. The officers beckoned for them to stop. However, the driver sped off and a chase ensued. Eventually, the chase ended with the vehicle coming to a stop further along Augusta Street. However, the occupants fled. The officers pursued the suspects, subsequently apprehending them. A field search was then conducted, and as a result, the officers found a black high-powered assault rifle containing 18 unfired rounds of ammunition in the vehicle. A black pistol was also found in the jacket of one of the suspects. Both suspects were arrested. Investigations into this matter continues. And 6 individuals stood before Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt to answer to cruelty to children charges. 52-year-old Eloise Cantor, 47-year-old Carmetta Woods, 46-year-old Natasha Pratt, 25-year-old Ocknell Gordon, 61-year-old Sabrina Smith, and 42-year-old Sean Seymour were all charged with 11 counts of cruelty to children. It's alleged that on September 22, 2020, while having in their care and custody children between the ages of 7 and 11, the accused did unlawfully physically abuse them in a manner causing unnecessary suffering. These are the individuals involved in a viral video coming out of the Children's Emergency Hostel, where at least 5 different women, including one in a wheelchair, are seen beating several young boys with either their hands or thin objects over a table. They all pleaded not guilty to those charges. Sean Seymour was charged with 11 additional counts of failing to report the abuse of a minor. She pleaded not guilty to all of those charges. Everyone was granted a $9,500 bail with 2 suretors. Trial was adjourned until November 2nd to 5th. You're watching Jcn News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.